Hello. So today I'm working on the front of the building, and the singularly most effective thing I can do to keep kids away from this place is not electrifying the fence or pressing charges or suing parents, even though I'm on the fence about that. The best thing I can do is just get the building looking better and looking like it's well taken care of, and making sure that it doesn't look like a Scooby-Doo haunted mansion. So that brings me to this. So I'm back out front today, and though the backside may be in more desperate need of work, just for my own personal motivation, I want to pick a space and stick to it until it looks pretty good. So that gives me a good feeling, that helps me stay motivated. And yeah, so these windows are all sealed. That window's sealed. The doors need some work on the glass. They have that special glass with the white chicken wire in it, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. But I now have that new skill of glazing the windows in, and I still have a couple pieces left over from my recent class with a new friend. And yeah, so I'm gonna put those two pieces of glass in. I'm gonna pull that guy down there. I've got so those window boxes. I got another one of those I want to get hung up. And yeah, so that's a good project for this afternoon. There are so many broken windows there, and I've only got two at the moment until I go and get a whole new load of it. So I'm trying to pick my favorite two windows to replace. And yeah, so we got three there that have like sheet metal that are siliconed in. And then we've got this guy here who, I don't know, is that paper? What is that? Somebody siliconed. Oh yeah, that's also a piece of sheet metal, but the window's cracked there. So if you look around, I mean, like, crack, that one's cracked, cracked, hole in the middle of it, cracked, another hole. So hold on a second while I count just how many windows I have to replace in this section of the building that sticks out here and wraps around. So what I'm doing right now is, if it has a crack in it, even if it's a fairly complete window, if it's got a crack in it, I'm counting it. I just noticed something that I have never noticed before, and it's a little bit terrifying. Check this out. Does that look like a 22 hole, or is that a BB hole? That looks pretty big. It could be a pellet hole, maybe. Pellet gun? Yeah, it's a little bit, I don't know. It's pretty close to a 22 hole. But this guy right beside it is super tiny. So I would say that's like BB hole. So if one of them is a BB hole, they're probably all BB holes. But look at that. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. As if throwing rocks were not, they're up in their game. They're bringing the firepower now. So, okay, I gotta keep counting. I'm getting distracted. Okay, 50 windows even. So what does that mean? That means, I know that you can buy pre-cut glass in bulk and get it much cheaper. The local glass cutting place here told me that a 12 by 18 square was gonna be like $7.50 plus tax. But for 10 bucks, I can get a piece of glass that if I cut it exactly down the middle, and now I have that skill, cut it down the middle, I get two windows out of it for 10 bucks, 10 something. So for about $5.25 per window, unless I buy in bulk, like off a website. Hold on, there's a helicopter here, just a second. So unless I buy it in bulk, $5.25, we're looking at, like, after tax and all that stuff, just under like 300 bucks in just the glass. And then I've got the glazing stuff, which from best I can tell I can get like 6 or 7 windows out of that little quart bucket there. So, and it was like $11 or $13. So less than $500 to fix all the windows in the front. So could be better, could be worse. But before I get started, I did have kind of a revelation about this glass. So when he was teaching me how to glaze these glass pieces in, it really didn't matter if we frosted them from the inside or the outside. I was kind of worried that like if they were frosted on the outside, over time, water hitting it might, you know, streak them or whatever. So we frosted them from the inside. And I realize now that was probably a mistake. And let me show you why. You know how on a mirror you have like on the front clear glass and in the back they've got like silver powdered stuff that is on the back and which gives it the reflectivity? That's what that frosting is doing here, because it's frosted kind of white or silverish on the inside. It's turning that window into a mirror. That's not what I want. I want it to look frosted like that. On the inside, they look perfect because it's frosted on the inside. But when I come out here, yeah, got the mirror effect. So they must be frosted on the outside. So I'm gonna do that today. So I had about 5 or 6 people also comment that I definitely want to prime the frame before I put the glazing in. So can't hurt. I'll be doing that today and I'll have a little peace of mind. So, okay. You see that one with the white sheet metal siliconed in? That's a real eye catcher. So that one's gonna go. And I'm also going to pull this stovepipe out. And when I do, that's gonna be a completely empty square. That's the second one I'm gonna do. That one's gonna be a little bit more challenging because I'm gonna have to do it on a ladder. So I brought this ladder out, but I forgot how high that was. So I've gotta get a much taller ladder, which is gonna take me a bit to bring around, but I'm gonna do that and we'll be in business. Okay, starting out by clearing this brush, but we got some kind of PVC panels. I don't know what those are. And trash. There's a milk jug there. So I don't know where half this stuff comes from. I guess the wind just blows it in or something. But yeah, so this ladder is a really tall ladder, but I don't think it's tall enough. So what I'm gonna do is release it from this window panel here, and I'm gonna cut that first support, and then that second support at the very top. I think I'm gonna have to go up on the second floor and see if I can get out, climb out one of those windows, and then walk over here and clip it from up there. I don't think I'm tall enough. I might be if I stand on the very tip top of that ladder, but I don't want to do that. So, okay. Let me get this brush done and then we'll start on that. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if it'll work. I got this nail puller, and I'm just gonna grab onto that little tie down and give it a yank and see what happens. So I think I'm in the right angle there. That worked. I was looking through the iPhone and I wanted to zoom in and I was going like that, but I was doing it in front of the camera. Can't zoom in like that. Okay. So that one I clipped, it was fine, just the nail came right out with the nail puller. This one, as it turns out, they put that, I don't know what that strap is called. They put that around the support here and put it together with a nut and bolt. And it looks like it's rusted on. So the ladder's actually too close to mess with it. So I'm wondering if maybe I should just separate here. I don't know. I'm gonna go yank on it and see what happens. All right. Thank goodness for a guard on the truck. Okay, so I'm gonna frost this window here. It's got the mirror effect going on. Look how reflective that is. Quite surprising, actually. So I want to spray this on. It goes on kind of clear. It looks like nothing's happened, but then you go away, you let it dry, it oxidizes and starts to get tacky, like glue almost. And that's what creates that opaque effect. So I'm gonna spray this on. It won't look like much changed, but then we'll come back later and check it out. So. Okay, so let's go hit the other one real quick. Then we can start setting the two new windows. So. Okay, I'll come back later and see. Yeah, it just makes it look wet and clear, but it'll tack up. So I'll come back later and see where I need to hit it again. There is where I took the stovepipe out of, right there. That there's something inside leaning up against the window. And had a stroke of luck because when they put this in here, they took out all the glazing, so I don't have to spend like an hour chipping out. So I need to get a multi-tool or a air chisel if I'm gonna be serious about this going all the way around the building. But I'll take that win because I don't have anything to remove there. All I gotta do is break out that window and then I'll go around inside, get that glaze out, and we'll set the windows. So. All right, kids. eat your heart out. Just kidding. Okay. All done. Some of it's going to come out pretty easy, but I have a suspicion that this is going to be hard as a rock. Just, oh, that's the one we did last time. Still just a little bit damp. So I think the reason it dries so slow is so it doesn't crack, which is pretty cool. That's good stuff. So anyway, let me go ahead and get the rest of this out. This will be my first time glazing in a window unsupervised. So when the cat's away, the mice will play. So, all right. Okay, does it look like it got darker in here? Oh, the phone like automatically reacts to make it brighter. That took a while, so definitely need the power tool, but it's ready to go. Just gonna hit it with a primer and then see if I can get by on my own here. Okay, it's only 4:30, it's getting dark in here. That window's covered up by all this stuff. So this room is one of the near future rooms, getting this room and this room over here completely cleaned out. I can just mark it off my list and say it's ready to start working on. So I'm just basically gonna pull all this material out and I'll be able to get up there with that ladder, so. That actually made a big difference in the room. Yeah. Wow, okay. Big windows, big windows. So those are actually not missing. They're just not opaque. So that is the only actual missing window, notwithstanding all the cracked ones. So, okay. Basically I just need to get up and dust out that frame, prime it, and we'll be ready to set both windows in. Actually, so far so good. One down, one to go. Oh, that's better. So now I know that how much I need pretty much per window. So 1 quart is just almost enough to do 4 windows. And next time I come back to do windows, I'll hit that last 10% on that window right there. But now's the fun part. Let's check out the glazing that we did earlier and see how it looks. I mean, glazing. Let's check out the frosting that we did. So that window right there looks like it needs another coat. And that window right there. So we're going to do that one right now. I think I'll just hit that one right up there at the top and then a little bit on the right side. And it should be good. So let's do that now. So the weird thing is when you hit it again, it loses its tackiness and clears back up. So you got to kind of remember where you need to spray. And then just hit it again. Now you can see that it just lost the opaqueness, but it'll return in just a second once it starts drying. And here, we'll do this one. Okay, I think that's good. A little bit right there. All right, now we can do this guy. Yeah, for good measure. All right, now I'm going to go up and hit that one up there. I'm going to leave a couple of these clear because when I hear cars outside and stuff like that, it's nice to have a little hole where I can kind of look out and see what the heck is going on out there. With BBs and 22 shells crashing into the building. Best to know who's out there. Okay. I think I need to go around the edge. I got some squeeze out right there. This is the, you can see right here, that's where I ran out, so it's not quite done. I gotta go scrape that off. And yeah, in just a few minutes, that'll be all frosted over. Okay. Okay, so that was a long day for me. I was just kind of thinking that I feel like I've got imposter syndrome because I posted a video and all I did was replace 2 12-inch window panes. But I learned a lot today too because I found out that that frosting really needs to be done on both sides. If you do it on the inside only, it looks like a mirror. If you do it on the outside only, it's not quite as opaque and you can kind of see the difference. So tomorrow morning I'm going to hit the insides and they'll look perfect. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys again soon. And I don't know what I'm going to do next. You never know. It's a mixed bag. So, all right, see you soon.